Welcome everybody. We're back with Aldan to take on part 2 of episode 5 of the rewatch.
Yeah,
Hungover with Alex and Pips and Aldan, who, if you haven't watched the last one, he's very Australian and he's very
yes,
drunk.
I
We
am.
think, but we're
I'm
not
getting
entirely sure.
I'm getting more drunk, Dane. I will continue my work as it is. Carry on.
Okay, it's just difficult to tell with the accent. That's
Yep,
all. But there's a good reason for that, right? You guys are
correct.
drunk all the time. All right.
Yeah,
So we're gonna try and get to Logain, going through the streets. We might not get all the way there. We are taking our sweet time with this one, but we've just seen a very terrible scene of Nynaeve and Moraine having a conversation, which was done way better in the books, where there was way more establishment about touching the one power, the implications. It had relevance for your character of Rand, who is going through the channeling sickness. All that wonderful, wonderful stuff from the Eye of the World dropped for a boring conversation between two women, and I guess she's locked in the tower now.
She's not locked in. She was told to stay and basically be quiet and not leave the room, which
Okay.
that's why Land had
very
to
empowering.
actually leave the room before that conversation started because a
That
man
would have given him trauma.
a man being in too close a proximity to a woman being told to do something like that is a cancelable offense. So he was like, I read the script. I'm gonna duck out of this scene. I can't
I'm
I
out.
can't risk a still shot with the
Peace out.
subtitles underneath that.
Smart man.
Okay. Should we hit play and get to the Tinkers
Let's do it.
and arguably one of the funniest fucking
No,
things?
do we have to?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess first she needs a 15-second close up. All
Yep.
right.
She does.
Well, that wagon's bright all of a sudden.
Is that the same guiding that they moved to a different spot? Look at the
That
crack on
looks
it.
very simple. Yes. All right.
They
It's a
have
lot of
one
crack.
rock. They have
Very
one
similar
rock and they
crack,
move it.
mate.
I don't
I'm,
know. I thought the crack went through the middle of it, but
I think I could be convinced that it might.
No.
Those watching at home, tell us in the comments section if I'm off base here. At a minimum, very similar
It looks like a
crack.
piece of shit. At a minimum, it looks like a piece of shit. Let's be
that's why I
honest.
think these are portal stones.
Uh,
Yeah.
I
don't
know
think
that
they
was the
are.
theory. I
I
know
think
that was the theory when
I,
it came out.
I'm with that theory.
That's just the
So
problem.
Perrin 1 month
Oh,
later is
wow.
The problem with the portal stone thing, right, is that would mean there's 3 portal stones within walking distance of Tarval.
They don't care about law, so that's possible.
I, I guess.
You're gonna make me kind of go back, look at that, find the old tongue alphabet that Robert Jordan made, and try and translate what the heck that stone says.
Please do.
The whole
We'll do it.
thing.
We'll do it as a short. Tell us what it
Odd,
says.
odd,
Um,
odds are it's complete gibberish, though. But
almost
Yeah,
certainly.
odds are very high. That's complete gibberish.
Do you guys
Do it
remember?
anyway, because I want to watch
Do
it.
you guys remember
Okay.
the Robin Thicke blurred lines music video?
Yes,
That portal
especially the
stone.
naked ones.
I'm calling it. That portal stone says Rafe Judkins has a huge dick. Okay.
You're done.
The corpses. It's happening. The dogs, and we're about to get some great
What are they eating? Are those
high
sheep?
deer.
No sane person bent a piece of wood like that ever in a circle.
What?
For a
It's-
fucking
How is
wagon.
it hip?
It's
How is it
hypocritical
hypocritical?
to let an
To have a-
animal eat.
So Perrin's argument here is it's a little hypocritical to be pacifist pussies and not trying to make your dogs vegan.
Okay, so
Argument.
Dane, you've read The Eye of the World more than any of the rest of us. I remember hearing someone say that this line changed slightly, but that this interaction happened in the books. I remember someone saying that. I don't remember reading that in a recent reread of The Eye of the World.
No, it's not, and it's not about the like the dogs aren't violence. Their bark is louder than or harsher than their bite.
Yeah.
That's the whole motive behind it. But it's this other thing where they're making the Tinkers vegan is also not canon. There's nothing that establishes that the Tinkers don't eat meat.
True.
if that makes sense.
Dude, they didn't eat meat in this world. They'd be fucking dead in 5 years. Let's be frank.
Like,
so
there's a difference between violence and slaughtering an animal to eat it.
Yeah.
Right?
That-
They preach nonviolence, but they don't preach Jainism, if that makes sense.
Yeah. The line that I sort of remembered was about the dogs being guard dogs and attacking people, and that was the line you said about the bark being worse than they're big pansies. They just bark and look imposing.
Yeah, they're for show.
Yeah, and so to the people, anyone watching, and obviously we don't really have any Dark fans that watch this rewatch, I'm sure, but if anyone's keeping score at home, yet another claim that it came from the books. No,
Doesn't.
no.
Slaughter anything you come across. Violence is in us all. The way the leaf isn't about denying that, it's about accepting it.
What? What the fuck?
I got nothing to say other than this is the only tinker that we've ever seen wearing bright garish clothing and pattern.
Yeah,
I actually don't mind this bloke.
Where was this clothing on the rest of the tinkers? For all,
Yeah.
Like why are they all not wearing shit like this?
They are now a little bit.
I think it's just him.
But it's even. Why the shoulder pads like that?
One more turnip curry.
Don't know about the shoulder pads. They're a bit.
So see, look at the tinker behind him. Dark ass clothes. He's wearing jeans.
Well, he had to give his pink shawl to Egwene.
Yeah.
He looks like
Pink
he's wearing
poncho.
a Technicolor Dreamcoat, mate.
I'm sure. But like that's fine. That like
He's alright.
yeah.
That's a thumbnail. Aram in the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah, but he's alright, but he's alright, but I like that bloke McCormack. What's his name? Daryl McCormack.
Yeah.
He's the good actor, man. I think he's going to be alright. Later on, if he does what he's supposed to do, I think he could be.
All right.
okay.
All right. This is a who wore it best. Who's most interested in the giant penis they're staring at?
Look at Egwene's face, mate. It's obviously her.
I think
I don't know.
Perrin.
Perrin's pretty gung ho.
Perrin.
Nah.
This is the subtle hint that Perrin's into Rand.
Nah, but look at the excitement on Egwene's face compared to the indifference on Perrin, and then you've got like McCormack who's like, "What the fuck?"
Aram's intimidated by it. That's what that face
Yes.
is.
That's what the fuck means.
Perrin-
Intimidated.
Perrin is like shocked, but like
Perrin's
happy about it. Like it's a
Yeah,
pleasantly
he's
shocked.
like shocked, but he's like shocked, but maybe. Whereas Egwene's like, "Fucking give it to me, mate. I'm all about it."
Yeah.
She loves it.
Yeah.
She's already had it. All right, let's keep going.
You think they're there already?
Turns on a dime. She's sad now.
Seems you won't have to suffer through turnip
Can you
curry much
believe this
longer.
dude just killed his wife? Like 5 minutes ago?
Oh,
Like,
this is
g'day,
the best.
just hang off me.
Again, all of the tinkers are wearing dark clothes. There's that one with a colored shawl.
Anything about him, but we've
Look.
been in the grass for months now.
Oh my god.
Also,
I've seen you twice.
Also-
I want you.
the carts, the caravan carts are brighter painted than they were the first time. I called that out the first time that we saw it. So literally, like within the same season, before criticism could come out, they realized, oh, we fucked this up. Which, like, I guess fair play, but like, why didn't you just do it right?
Dude, I legit. What I suspect happens is I suspect they have 10 of these wagons, and they just, when they need one for a shot, they just go get them, and they don't pay attention to which one they're grabbing. Is my suspicion of what they're doing.
It's the same reason that the horses are all just recycled.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so now we get some of the best plot advancement ever. Those two, bring them to me. What's his motivation? I saw them twice.
Bring them to me.
Yeah, that's it. Fuck him up.
I
Bring him here.
the dude just pointed at you, and you're hiding behind the like.
Parent would
he
never
already
do that.
he
Fuck,
already
mate.
fucking saw you.
But not only this is. So where was Valda headed when we last saw him? Like 2 episodes ago. He was continuing to go south.
Yep.
And all of a sudden he's here ahead of them the other way.
Yeah, well, it's because
Stop land.
it's
Maybe the Whitecloaks are following the procession of Logain and whatnot, but
and then
why are
okay.
why are they here? Why are they stopping people outside of Tarvalon? Like the tower's in sight, and
He's
they're doing
blinded
this?
by Egwene's coat, mate. That's what it is.
Yep. Probably. But here's another question. So we see he points at them. They hide behind the edge of the cart, right? Aram has no reason to hide, but presumably could have like noticed them moving to hide, and like, you know, people do that. They sort of mirror body language. So he did it as well, right? So Aram is standing at the edge of the cart, looking around the corner, seeing what's happening. Perrin should have no sight line to what's happening. Egwene 100% can't see anything. So why, like, what are they looking at?
Give them time. They gotta run away.
Looking at Aram's asshole.
They're not
Like,
your
Egwene should be looking at Perrin, not looking at the cart in front of her face.
Do you want your new friends to suffer?
Which also,
They don't
look at that.
They're not hiding.
Like,
They just step back a little bit.
yeah.
What is going on with Perrin's head, mate?
Well,
Grew
he's
his
got
hair out.
he's got his mouth
It's so
closed.
wrong.
He's got his mouth closed, so he doesn't
Yeah.
know what to do with the rest of his face. Is that?
And his eyes are closed as well in this shot. Like, fucking seriously, bro.
Yeah.
You can't have them.
I can't. That's a strange word to be coming out of a tinker's mouth. How exactly do you plan on stopping me?
This is.
You stand here and get back. My plan is to beat you with my broken nose. Yeah.
The way of the leaf against the way of the light.
Oh, I love this so much. Just hit her already. Oh, awesome.
That hit was so bad.
I was gonna say, does anyone
Yeah, it
believe?
was. My daughter said that, mate.
Does anyone believe his hand was anywhere near her face?
No. Nah, man. My 13-year-old kid said that was the fakest shit I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, okay, all right. I even wrote it down. I said, right here, Chelsea says, Chelsea note, that was bullshit. Okay, righto, carry on.
Again,
Also,
from,
like,
from the
her-
mouth of
her
babes.
right- her right arm was supposedly locked in that guy's grip.
Yeah.
Valda fake hit her so hard.
Yeah, that's right.
Broke the
Flying
chain.
around.
Uh,
Gonna run away.
You can cover the light with the palm of a child's hand, but a leaf, even if you crush it, bury it, burn it, becomes part of the earth.
What?
so she has dried blood running from her nose and no redness around her face. And what is he fucking smiling at?
The blood. It's
The
like,
philosophy
love it.
that
He's
thinking that.
he's listening to a woman say wise things. Bliss.
That's right.
Existential bliss. Oh gosh, the Charlottesville Tiki Torch guys. It's so good, guys. This is fantastic. I just can
Imagine
okay.
trying to
Can we
argue-
play that back again? I'm sorry. We got to do it. We got to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, we have to replay it.
We got to do it without any pauses. Here we go.
Bury it,
No
Oh,
time
yes.
ever.
becomes part of the earth.
She's a good actor, but this is annoying.
Just look at them stepping
But
up
they
there
could-
like fuck yeah. Just air
Just
punching.
slapping them.
Just
Oh,
slapping the shit out of the air in front of those
Open
people.
palm.
Oh man.
Can you imagine being such an ideological?
What are with those faces
lunatic?
carved in the rock?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Here, keep talking, guys. I'm just gonna. I want to pause on that shot. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, can you imagine being such an ideological lunatic that you defend that fight scene?
Yeah, the cognitive dissonance
Please.
is strong, mate. It's very strong.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. What do you think that? What do you think facial expression is supposed to be going on in that face?
I
Well,
don't know.
this actually, I have a working theory, but this might be
Yeah.
a remnant of the fourth age kind of come full circle. We see three faces. We know that there are three canonical Taviran, and this first one has a wide open mouth. So that's obviously Perrin.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is the sad mouth Matt?
Yeah, it could be. And the far one then that we don't really see in focus is Rand.
That also makes sense.
but-
He's
Oh,
he's
it's
not
sad
in the
mouth
show.
happy. Sad mouth happy, man.
Oh man.
I'm here all week.
Okay. Look how tight those trees are. Horses would not be able to actually run a man down in this forest. Like,
Got him. He's got him.
okay.
Oh, I could actually watch that over and over.
Look
and
at the
over.
left side of
Appreciate
Aram's body. You can almost see the string yanking him to the side. Like the harness.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Look at...
Come on, this way. The village near the wall's been good.
Okay. First of all, Aram is facing the direction that the horses are coming from right now.
Yes.
He's looking.
He's like,
He's
I can take it, bro. I can
he's-
take it. He's tracked.
he is
He's Aaron tracked.
seeing.
He's like, I can do it.
He's seeing the horse coming towards them. Like he has to be. And then 2 steps later, bam!
Bang.
Holy shit! Or is that just his coat coming up?
Look at the like.
No, it is getting cold.
Yeah. This is. Oh, and unconscious. Immediately unconscious.
Well, he is a vegan pussy.
Remember when Perrin killed 2 of those guys? Like, Perrin got cornered, busted out his axe.
Hmm.
That's a huge problem that they're gonna have in season 2. I am
That
never going to
Perrin's a
be able to-
huge pussy.
They can't fix it. It's not fixable. It's not.
Yeah, Perrin is irredeemably broken. That you can't pull him back at this point.
I know, even if you wanted to, right? And maybe they want to, but they can't. It's and maybe they do want to because they've brought in Elias and all that sort of stuff. So that kind of tells you that they want to try and fix it. But I can't see how they can do it, right? It's not actually possible.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that the presence of Elias means that they're going to try and fix it. I think that the presence of Elias just means that they need somebody to lead them to the dagger.
Well,
Yeah,
that's that's
we all know that Elias and Huron are going to be combined at this point.
Yep.
correct. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
So I mean, I think this show treats lore, as almost an obligation. Like, here, guys, we had Tom Maryland. Now he's gone. Fuck off. Don't complain. I feel like Elias is going to fall firmly into that category.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go on the record right now. Raginor has said characters that don't die in the books do die in the show.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Elias is fucking dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Elias is gonna die.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
He's
he might. Yeah.
he's gonna have
Don't
one
know.
episode. There's gonna be one episode of him teaching Perrin about the wolves, and then he's gonna get fridged.
By Lila. Lila's gonna come back from the dead and fridge Elias.
Yeah, Elias is black, so I don't think he's one.
You reckon it's like, you're probably right.
Okay, let's keep going. Oh my
Gosh,
god.
there is so much to
Yeah.
unpack with this.
Yeah. What a pity. What a pity. If they had just put proper fucking costume on this bloke, it could have been good. Because he was good at it.
How do you guys feel about the prophecy? It's in the show.
As a throwaway
Obligation
line.
filled.
Yeah,
Shut up,
Fully
fans.
It's just fan service.
Obligate. Yeah, absolutely. No explanation what it is. So anyone who's not familiar with the books is just going to be like, what was
Yeah,
that
they don't
about?
give a shit.
Yeah.
Correct.
I know.
There is a picture of a dragon. Bam.
Oh, God.
Done.
Done.
You'll
That's
you'll have nothing and you'll like it.
Yes, that's right. That's exactly right. Enjoy your dragon.
Okay.
Remember when everyone was saying that those early released shots of Loial is like obviously before the CGI is added. That's not going to be the final product. And then no, it just was.
Released it
This is
anyway.
this is the last first and last moment where you think like, oh, Loial might not be terrible. The voice that the actor does, I actually think is good.
It's
Credit
I agree.
credit where it goes. Like
Yes.
Loial is criminally underused and like just ruined in this show,
100%.
but the actor gets the cadence and the sort of timbre of the voice. I think he does a good job with it. And so this line right here, you hear Loial's voice for the first time. He's shadowy in the background. He looks large, and you're like, "Oh, it's Loial!" And then this happens.
No, it's not. Like fucking, why did you get a wig from the reject shop, you fucking idiot? Like that would have cost you $2, you fucking wanker. What is it, for fuck's sake? Just get a fucking proper head on the cunt. And some ears, like proper ears, like a twitchy fucking ears, and some kind of like droopy eyebrows. Like it's not that hard. Like you've got the actor. Just get it right, you fucking Jesus Christ! I'll tell you.
So did you guys like it? We had a second and a half of Loial not being destroyed, and then they put a Pomeranian on his face and said, "Fuck off."
Exactly. Could have been so good. They got the right actor. They literally got the right dude for it, man. Like that's the really offensive part about it, right? Like we as fans, we wait so long for shit to come to life on the screen, right? Like all of us, we've all done this. We've all sat there, we've all read it, we've all sat there imagining it for 20 fucking years, 30 years, whatever it's been, in our heads, going, "Oh, this is the coolest dude." Like, it's a self-insert author, whatever. It's
Hey,
cool.
that word's
He's still
banned.
cool.
That's banned.
All right,
He's
banned.
allowed.
No, all right, I'm going to ban it. All right, it's banned. But we've all imagined it, right? We've all imagined it. We've all imagined what Loial would look like on the screen. We've all imagined it. And then they go so close. They get the right actor for it, and then they just put some fucking idiotic costume on him. It's like, fuck. It couldn't be more offensive if they tried. That's all.
Yeah, the best comment that I remember from the Whitecloaks subreddit was that he looks like the Kazon from Star Trek Voyager.
That's so true. That's so true.
With like
so
freaking but it's like yes, the voice is incredible. Hopefully if someone ever adapts this properly, they do this kind of animated, but you can always bring back this actor to play Loial's voice.
Yeah.
If not a bunch of other ones. But no one in their right mind ever pictured an Ogre as a 6.5 foot tall black ginger.
Yeah, correct. With some kind of fucking plastic wig on his head.
Okay.
Like,
the wig budget. The wig budget was specifically called out as a problem for the show. This wig, I think they got at the dollar rack. Like,
yes, that's why I said reject shop. Correct. It's ridiculous.
Alex, it sounds like you were having something.
Am I the only one that thought this was Karenni's kid at first?
Oh, fuck.
Shrek Jr. We're so canceled.
They're the same height.
No, actually, I think Rand's taller. I'm gonna be honest.
Like
Rand's taller, mate.
How do you fuck up forced perspective this bad? Like, everything in this shot is perfectly set up for them to do it, and they ruin
They
it
don't.
in two ways. One, they just don't really even attempt to do it very much. And two, they have Rand and Loial switch places in the shot. Like they trade places at some point during this scene, right? Which makes the forced perspective stuff that much more challenging. If they had just stayed on the same sides of this shot, they actually could have probably done it really well, right? Like, Alex, am I off here?
Okay. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone came out in 2001.
Yeah.
Where are you going with this, Alex?
Hagrid, clearly.
Hagrid was phenomenal in that movie. And one of the things you'll notice about Hagrid is that not once in that film do you see his feet. And that's done specifically because once you see his entire body, it gives you a sense of scale. So as long as you don't have that, you can maintain this height difference. But instead we have this, where we just see him sitting or standing flat-footed, his entire body further away from the camera than Rand.
Yep.
Just breaking, as you said, Pips, breaking every rule about this.
That's actually
Just not even trying.
that's such a great
But
point, because this shot is the one, and it's the second shot that he's in, and it ruins the perspective for you because of exactly. I hadn't been able to kind of put that into a package of like why this shot is wrong. And I think you're 100% right. We see his entire body. You can't do forced perspective.
Yeah, they're not gonna. Well, they've already disestablished that Ogre are in any way, shape, or form like 9 feet tall, like they're supposed to.
Yeah, he should be as tall as
It's
that
ju-
bookshelf.
Dude, he
he's
should be
people
headbutting
sized.
the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
and
Here we go. Right here is their attempt to fix it. Right? Like, look how small the book is in his hands.
and
Except
then
they don't
line
even
give you-
they don't even actually do it super well, do they?
So he's in Tarvalon. He's not in Camelin. Tarvalon gets Ogre quite frequently. This
Yes.
it
Glory,
happened in the
glory to
books
the
of Camelin,
builders,
but-
all that kind of shit from places that actually
it-
know about them. Yeah.
But this children screaming from him in the most cosmopolitan city on earth, like this wouldn't happen. But the worst part about this is then the non sequitur that happens.
So you're telling me that the tower guard in Tarvalon allowed a mob
Yeah,
to chase an Ogier?
Yeah, that's right. No way. As if they
Maybe
fucking
maybe
did.
this is why we should have got Camelin instead of Tarvalon. Like fucking
Reason number fucking 10,000.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making the case.
Across the city waving knives. I'm afraid I was almost beginning to get a little upset. I tell you, it was not for this the studying.
God.
It makes me so mad.
It
Like, if they
does.
just put like a because he could have been so good, and if they just put a decent fucking outfit on him, he could have been amazing.
Like, honestly,
He could have been fucking amazing. Like,
okay.
ugh.
Okay.
So I guess I'll
Clean-
propose this one. Do you guys like that delivery? That seemed angry, Loyal. That did not seem sad and disappointed, Loyal.
I will say that the delivery is not as great as some of his others, but I think overall, I think that his like cadence is just foreign enough that I think it's just kind of,
It's different enough.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
I don't have a real problem with the delivery. I the problem that I have is the delivery is coming from the fucking Pomeranian perched on top of a 6'3" guy.
He did
Yeah.
this with the disgraceful writing that we've seen so far. So we've seen what's this, episode 5?
Yeah.
So we've
Yeah.
seen 4 episodes of absolute crap.
Yep.
And there's no expectation that this particular writing is going to be any better than anything that we've seen before. And this dude has somehow managed to like make Loial a little
God.
bit, make it look a little bit like Loial. So that's a skill in and of itself, I reckon.
Look at those fucking boots.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
did you guys just
Yeah.
just catch that?
Yeah.
So Rand says you're an ogre, like Shrek,
Yes.
and then he says Ogre.
He also thought that this was Karini's son.
But an ogre,
I'm here all week,
like
guys.
the fantasy trope of, or the D&D monster of an ogre, kind of like a big bulky guy,
Doesn't
that's
exist.
never mentioned in the Wheel of Time at all.
Yeah, they thought it was a Trolloc.
Exactly.
Did everyone did?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Like,
That's
who
the
wrote
writers.
this?
That's the writers not knowing anything about the world, and that is a self, not a word that I'm allowed to say, of the writers into the script, where they're sitting there like, wait, so he's like an ogre? No, he's an ogre, and they're like, write that down.
Also, explain to me how this bloke in this picture right here looks like a Trolloc.
He doesn't.
He looks exactly.
But
he does not.
but to be
He's
fair,
black.
To be fair, I think that within the world, it's sort of silly that people think that he looks like a Trolloc either. He's just a 9-foot tall giant that people are terrified of, and nobody like knows what Trollocs look like. So I think it makes.
So if you're not exactly, no, that's right. So if you're not going to be 9 foot tall, you have to at least look like some kind of monster. It doesn't look like either of those things. That's the point.
But also keep in mind, you got to be in Rand's head when he says it. He, in the books at least, he was just chased for a month.
Yes.
Jumping at every turn, running into
true.
dark friends all the time. He got chased from his home. There was the fade in the inn in Barrelon. Like, he's expecting it, right?
Also,
anyway.
Visual medium. If you were gonna do this, and you were gonna do the audience is not supposed to know what this is first. Also, terrible costuming if you're gonna do it. Why is it so fucking bright in this room? Like if it had been dark and Loial had been kind of in the corner in the shadows, this whole thing, like you're a Trolloc, like that would have actually.
He steps up from like he's sitting down from a chair, and then he's just looming, and then it's shady and dark, and then Rand kind of panics and falls on his butt or something like that.
So
that would have been a good scene.
Yeah, if you wanted to do the visual adaptation of Rand thinking that it was a Trolloc and freaking out and like all that stuff, and then Loial calming him down and being like, "Oh no, I'm an Ogre," and like we're nice, you know. You could have had him in the shadows, startling Rand, and then stepping into the light, and then and instead, look, I'm just some fucking guy. Like, these are supposed to be paid directors.
That's right.
I can't believe that they claimed to have a lore expert and they left in Ogre.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like, maybe she caught it, but they didn't listen to her. So what's the point of her job?
Shit, mate. She fucking caught nothing. Fuck.
Your name sings in my ears.
He caught nothing.
So see, they walked around. He walked around to the other side.
Yeah, they're the same height.
It's good because look, they switched spots and they made him taller next to the lamp. So he's tall, right? Look at that. See how great it is. It's like, yeah, but we already saw he's fucking 6 foot.
Yep, you ruined it. That line that he just delivered, "It's so nice to meet an Ailman,"
yep,
has been shattered. Like, either Rand looks exactly like an Ailman, in which case all Ailmen are tall, pasty gingers, or Loial is an idiot.
Well, he is an idiot because he's from Steading Shanghai, and Steading Shanghai borders the Waste, and Aiel come there quite frequently to trade for Sung Wood.
Yeah, okay. Another reason that Loial is an idiot. So that's this line in the Avienda casting as we've seen it don't work because Rand looks nothing like Avienda.
So we talked about this.
You look completely different.
We talked about this a little bit in the live stream that we just did. That looking at the teaser for season 2, I actually think that they are going to, based on the 1 or 2 shots that we saw of Avienda, it looks like they are lightening her skin, and they are kind of like straightening and dyeing her hair a little bit. so that she actually, in the like the one or two shots that we saw, she actually looked fairly pale versus how she looks in sort of real life and normally. And her hair was conceivably kind of straightish red hair, which
So they're gonna do Witcher season 2 with what's her nuts?
I didn't mind her. I know lots
Yeah.
of people hated her, but I didn't mind Avienda, mate.
So I think that that it's really strange to hire her as an actor and then try and eliminate all of her distinguishing characteristics.
Yeah.
But it remains to be seen. It could be that all the Aiel that we see in the show could all look like Rand still, and there's just a bunch of them that they've just done in whiteface, for lack of a better term, which is such a bizarre fucking choice. But like,
nah, this is the problem they've got. The problem they've got is that they can't do either. They can't make him look like fucking Avienda because she's a unique looking person, right? And they can't make them all look like Rand because he's also a unique looking individual.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
Well, that's why they're going to shave his head in season 2 to try and make it so there's less of a these people don't look alike.
That's correct. That is correct. I think that's correct, and it's fucking stupid. It's like, come on, like,
I think you're both way too optimistic. I think the Ale aren't going to be heterogeneous at all. I mean, or aren't going to be homogeneous at all when it comes to appearance. I think they're going to all.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe.
we know. I mean, we know that the Aiel aren't going to be hetero. That's true.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, and this is the second time. So Tom says this, and now Loial says it, and saying
I'm from the
exactly. So just so we're establishing why the Two Rivers looks like an airport departure lounge. It's only red hair. That's the only thing that can be a distinguishing phenotype.
All right.
A few physical traits that can help you work out where a human is from.
I'm from the Two Rivers.
An Aielman from the Two Rivers.
I'm not an Aielman.
An Aielman from the Two Rivers who insists that he is not an Aielman. That is very odd. I like oddities.
What the fuck?
Again, like, I feel like the cadence and the delivery, if you could separate the criminal abuse of the character Loial and the removal of his purpose for being in the Eye of the World and the terrible costuming, like, I like this guy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
I agree.
Like, it's
I agree, man. I really do.
It's kind of campy dialogue, but like the Loial saying that he likes oddities and is going through this, like, I have no issues with that.
With what they gave this dude, man. With what they gave, I'm not sure what they gave him. He literally, like, he took what they gave him and he turned it into Loial.
Never has an actor done so much with so little.
So little, exactly. That's about where I'm sitting with it.
And sorry, that Rand's Josh's acting in this is so bad.
Terrible.
Like, the lines delivered back by Rand.
Yeah, they are.
And it's wooden acting, and it's like, I'm not an Aielman, and just his body language, his facial expression. Like, did he put his sword away already? Like, who the fuck knows? But it's like
he did, and
he did.
we never saw him do it.
And now non sequitur.
It happened.
And he goes, "The travels of Jane Farstrider,
who is apparently gender swapped."
No, a girl I know you.
Fuck off, show.
Fuck. Yep, fuck off. Yep.
Now,
fuck right off.
Technically, this is mentioned in the Ravens prologue, which is from Egwene's point of view, that she does like the travels of Jane Farstrider.
Yeah, but who else likes the travels of Jane Farstrider?
Every boy in the Two Rivers,
exactly.
especially Rand, who reads this.
That doesn't mean Jane is a fucking girl, mate. Like,
that's the next thing that's gonna be super fucking wrong with it.
That's what's gonna happen. Right. So Noel is gonna be Noel. Righto. Noel. Off you go.
Thought she was Jane herself reincarnated.
What the fuck?
There it is. Right there. Right there.
My thing is, if we're talking the Ravens prologue, doesn't basically every fan sort of reject the Ravens prologue?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kinda.
So
Yeah. We do. Correct.
It was a thing that Tor asked him to do in order to try and make the books appeal to a YA audience when they split the Eye of the World into 2 books, and they wanted like a YA sort of intro. And so Jordan, like, while busy writing
Yeah.
actual stuff,
Yeah.
threw together the Ravens prologue. And it's, yeah.
It's not super good, but the
Yeah,
problem with
fuck
it
it.
most
Fuck them. Fuck those
they,
assholes.
they
But
in first in all newer editions of the Eye of the World, it comes before the Dragonmount prologue, which
fuck
is
them.
it's criminal. Like
Yeah,
this is what I tell everybody
exactly.
who's going to start out reading it: just skip Ravens, just skip it. Maybe come back to it if you want some more Egwene development after you've read 9 books, but just
Why
skip
would
it.
you want that? She's a cunt.
Not
Fuck
first.
her.
I forget how frivolous you humans can be.
That's a good line. Look, I
That
forget how
dude's
frivolous
voice.
humans can be. That's a good line.
Yeah, his voice is perfect. I have to say.
love
It is.
the voice. I hate the speed. I
Yeah,
guess I've always
yeah.
imagined Loial speaking very slowly.
But
Like
not stupid.
even when he gets excited, like he doesn't speak faster. He's just more
No, just
smiley.
I
And I,
am doing
and I don't
this.
think this is the actor. I think this is the directing.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
I agree. Yep.
somebody the director first of all needed to fucking get a shot composition that didn't ruin the forced perspective. The director needed to tell Rand to fucking pretend like he's an actor. And then it needed to tell Loyal's actor, I love everything you're doing.
I
Slow
love
it down.
everything you're doing.
So
Now,
so I
slow it down.
actually think, based on like some of the shots we see, where I think his pacing is actually pretty good, and then he sort of speeds up a little bit. My theory is actually that the director told Loial to speed it up because this is a
Yeah.
scene with no ovaries present. This needs take less time. Hey, take less time. Take less
Loyal,
time.
you must do this thing in a very fast manner because there is no overage in this scene. So we must carry on to the next scene.
Right. Did we we haven't been paying attention. We're not this didn't pass the reverse
No,
mental
it's
test.
it's
because
talking
we
about
haven't
Egwene.
really talked about Egwene.
Yeah.
Does
Right now.
this man have a conversation in this show where he doesn't talk about her?
I can't think of one.
Rand doesn't talk about Egwene when he's trying to reassure Matt that he didn't kill the little girl, and I think that's about it.
Yeah, that might be.
But do they talk about finding Egwene in the city then? That's in the one before, maybe.
Yeah. I think yeah, the arrival into Tarvalon is maybe the only one where he didn't talk about Egwene, which is funny because that's actually when he should have been talking about Egwene because of
Yeah,
exactly
true.
this. He should have been saying like, okay, so they should be here. She was heading to the White Tower. Like, I'm going to try and go find her. That would have actually made sense. So yeah, it's
Here's a thought, guys. Do you remember when Loial meets Rand in the books, and then for some reason Rand just starts
Yeah.
kind of relaying a lot of information,
He
and then
doesn't just
Loial
decide
introduces
it
the
though.
concept.
No, Dane. He doesn't, Dane. He doesn't just decide it. He decides it because he's been like running away from Dark Friends for fucking months, and he's like, "Oh, it's so good to talk to someone. I just want to get it out. Like I want to let
Yeah,
my heart out."
But
Yeah, and
I
but I
remember.
think it's implied that like he's kind of in his inner monologue saying like, why am I telling Loial, a stranger, all this stuff?
yeah, true.
But
He
more
does.
importantly, as far as setting something up, is Loial recognizes that he's Taviran.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
obviously, the show hasn't established anything special about Rand because he hasn't done fuck all, and
Oh,
nothing
they're all
kind of
special,
special has
mate.
happened.
They're
But
all special.
don't you think you used Taviran as a throwaway line in your prologue?
Mm-hmm.
Why talk about Jane Farstrider and not talk about, oh, you might be Taviran?
So
Like,
another
just to introduce the concept to the audience.
Yeah.
Right.
Because she's a girl. Yeah.
So Alex,
Wait.
another them trading places, another him entirely in the shot. We see his head next to a thing that Rand was just standing next to. It's See it?
Yeah,
So
I
there's
don't even
Rand's
think they're
head.
trying to make.
There's Rand's
They're
head,
not
and there's
trying
the
to make Loial
brazier,
tall.
right?
Yeah.
Rand's head and the brazier. Okay, so he's even height with it.
The Aes Sedai are returning from battle.
So even when I think they're trying to do it, right? Loial is 4 inches taller than Rand.
Yes,
That's
and
his hair.
every single inch of it is
His
the
hair.
in his hair. Because he's literally wearing elevator boots.
Yes. They're platforms. Like he just came from a
Ah.
disco.
Fucking Jimi Hendrix style, man. It is
Yeah, your
Jimi
goldfish
Hendrix.
are dead. Yeah, I can't get them out of there.
I was gonna say, man, I stuck a 20 in the G-string of a stripper who was wearing those exact same boots. Like,
I'll come with you. Just give me a moment to gather my things.
I'll see you out there.
Always in such a rush, these humans.
Oh my god.
Taking time to properly prepare for what they're
Imagine if they had have had his head looking right, and he said that. If he had have said
Okay.
that and his head looked right, it would have been fine.
So here's a question. Can we pause here for a sec? So Moraine and Nynaeve and Lan are already at the White Tower.
Uh-huh.
Did Alana, Leandrin, Logain, all the rest of them just like wait outside for half a day?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have a reason for it. I have a reason for why.
They
Right, what
needed
is
a
it?
second cage.
Yeah, they needed to get a cart and a second cage.
So they're like, you guys wait out here. I'll go to the tower. I'll get you what you need. It'll
Yeah.
take half a day tops.
Fuck.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Some
There's Pat and
What do
Fane again.
What do you guys feel about novices outside of the White Tower?
I think that's
That's
bullshit,
fine.
and it would not happen. No, it wouldn't
No,
Yeah,
happen.
there's not.
Novices are not allowed into the city.
They're not allowed. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Novices
No,
aren't
on the
allowed to
tower ground,
leave
yeah.
the White Tower.
They're not allowed to leave the fucking walls, man.
Yeah.
But are those novices that we're seeing right there? Like I know they're all in
Yes.
white, but
We can
what
see the
fuck
bottom.
are the
They
bandit?
are.
So
That's
What
the
are with the
second time-
bandages on their arms though? Are
We've-
they all cutting themselves?
we've seen
That's the second
accepted
time we've seen 'em.
dresses. We've seen accepted dresses. They have bands on the sleeves as well as the hem. And yeah, the things on the hands.
I reckon it's the same actors too, man. That chick in the front with the brunette, the proper brunette,
Yeah.
front left. That's the same girl from the other scene, and they were definitely accepted in the tower. And they're definitely accepted out here.
You mean novices?
It's with the hockey tape on their arms though.
It's better than fingerless gloves.
Why are all these?
Like
Yeah.
like
Why is
they-
everyone a girl?
like they were going to have
Drummer
fingerless
women?
gloves, you know?
Why are all the tower guards girls? So everyone beating these drums, right? Would you expect them to be females or males? What do you always reckon?
are these supposed to be
I-
tower guards? I kind of just thought these are like.
Who's banging? Well, okay, so you come into the city. You're
Yep.
not. You're like a troop of Isidore. You come into the city.
Yep.
And there's some kind of like welcoming fucking troop leading you along, banging drums. I would expect that to be some kind of a tower guard. Yeah. And I would expect that to be
I
Yeah,
mean,
some
there,
kind
there
of
are
army.
there are drummers
army
in the military,
thing.
and there's an application for drumming in military maneuvers and whatnot. So no, that's a valid point. But
you would also
most
think
percussion segments of like any marching
Yeah,
band
they'd
or
be
whatnot
men.
are kind of very male
They
heavy.
wouldn't be
but-
women.
so. We actually
Every single
saw
person I've seen in this show has been a woman that has been some kind of position of military
Yeah.
influence, and it's been a woman, and that is ridiculous. Because if you're trying to win a fight, you're not going to pick that particular gender. That's what I'm-
certainly
yeah.
certainly in the age of actual physical combat. Yeah.
correct.
So they made a new
So-
cage.
I like how we're still making Stepan do his walk of shame.
Yeah. We really should have the bell clanging and shame, 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 shame,
Yeah.
shame. Like that's what these people's faces are. Like, oh, he failed. He failed. Boo this man.
He's gonna die.
Oh no, an Aes Sedai died.
Hey, look, there's more novices. I think probably the same 3 actresses that we saw. Now they're in 2 different places in the shot. So
Yeah, and
Same
this
girl. That girl on the right there. That's the same
guys,
haircut.
this shot is like legitimately from Shadow Logoth.
Yes.
Shadur Logoth. Like
Yes.
Shut her, the girl.
But yeah, see, you got the cart and the cage,
now,
and
do you think that they just forgot that they melted that cage down,
Say he was a man who could channel.
or they're really like, yeah, okay, we've got multiple of these.
I think we got a 2-for-1 special on cages. I just meant you guys are talking about the accepted and like how they shouldn't be allowed outside of the city. Was I the only one that was just excited to see like a good-looking white chick?
No, you weren't the only one.
I will
Even
say, yeah,
even from a distance, I was like, oh, they do have those in these world. Cool.
There comes the cabbage.
okay,
That kind of
Okay.
throws like
Man, these
a
people
carrot.
really hate stepping.
so I'm gonna bring something up here.
Fuck stepping.
Fuck you, Stefan.
I'm gonna bring something up here, right? We've made a lot of jokes about the Avatar, the Last Airbender, working its way into the Wheel of Prime.
Yeah.
Isn't the
That's
guy
fair.
and like the cabbages getting thrown and stuff like that a ongoing joke in that Avatar comic?
That is absolutely a recurring bit in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
So, yep, that's all I got. It's just throw in the cabbages.
Some radishes. Make a salad, Logain. Fucking hell. It's like a fucking salad bar right around the rim of the cage.
How much shit do you think hit Maxim?
I hope all of it.
Oh fuck, Maxim! How's his uniform? This is ridiculous. Look at the cunt. Look at him. Like, I'm not sure what this swear sort of like rules are, but that's okay. Whatever. Look at that fucking uniform, mate. That is dead set. That is ridiculous.
Oh my god, I just noticed something.
What?
Bottom right corner of the cage. That is the horse's reins tied to the cage.
That
Oh,
is
you're not wrong. How's that gonna work out, mate? It's gonna
What?
spin sideways, for fuck's sake.
Why? Why would anyone do that?
No one would do that.
Okay. So
No one with a brain would fucking ever do that.
So you guys remember how this was all done in the books, right? How it's like a
Yeah, I
square
remember.
cage with bars, and Logain is standing there imperious, like everyone's
Yes.
coming to see him.
Yes.
He's striking like a badass pose, and then he sees
That was
Rand
cool.
from far, far away, and then he just throws his head back and laughs.
Who is actually blazing like a fucking sun, just quietly. I'm just gonna say it right now.
Yeah, but we only find that out like 6 books
Yeah,
later,
later,
right?
yeah.
When it's
Yeah.
revealed that he has
Oh,
that
sorry,
talent.
spoilers.
But-
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, we do full spoilers here. That's the whole point of this.
Okay, cool.
But
That's right.
who in their right mind would change that scene as described to
Yeah.
an already gentled,
No one.
pitiful, chained up guy who then laughs maniacally like he's
No one.
crazy?
No one. No one would do that with the right mind.
a believer in fourth wave feminism that men
Yeah.
can't be in positions of power.
Fucking some twat. Oh, I hate this so
What the
much. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I cannot hate this anymore. Oh,
Well, that's the good news there, Eldan, because this is
Yeah.
as far as we're gonna make you suffer through this.
Oh,
This is as
yeah,
far as
I appreciate that.
I've
but
timed this out, so
before we time it out, I can't.
good
I cannot. I just have to say. I have to say that fucking scene. That is the biggest load of bullshit in the history. Like out of all of these episodes, what are we? Number 5? All right,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is like fuck off. We've like taken. All right. First of all, we've like We've not gone to Camelin, so we've gone to Tarvalon. All right, that's fucks up, but okay, whatever. Maybe you've got a reason for that. Okay, then we've taken Logain to fucking Tarvalon instead of Camelin, and we've put this scene in where we've got Rand instead of like being this cool scene where Rand is like up on top of a tree. And Logain sees him and blazing like the sun. No, we took that from Rand. We gave it to Nynaeve last episode. All right,
Mhm.
fuck you. And then we've just got like crazy fucking Logain looking at Rand and Matt up here because we had to have this stupid I have to be the drag or who's the dragon bullshit mystery nonsense.
Yeah. They sacrificed
So
a good Logain scene from the
that
books in order to misdirect a TV audience to Matt.
yeah, that is exactly right. What the fuck? Just because we had to have this stupid bullshit mystery crap. Oh, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. Mm.
Yeah, you know how we talked about like mystery writing, like you have to give the audience clues. If you
Figure
just
things out.
if you just lie to the audience, you're not writing a mystery. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Logain looking dead at Rand and cracking up. It's it's a clue to the fucking mystery, Judkins, you fucking dipshit. Like
Yeah.
just lying to the audience isn't writing a mystery.
Yep.
Oh my god.
These people don't care about that part, mate. They don't care. They don't. Like lying is not a problem for these people. They
It's a
don't care.
clever misdirection. No,
Right?
no, it's
No,
not.
no, it's not. That's exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. We're not stupid. You might be. That's okay. Off you go. Have fun with your stupid little island of stupidness. We're not stupid over here. So tell me a lie. I'm gonna say okay. I'm gonna ask a question. That
Well,
question might be what?
the really bad thing about like the Dragon Reborn mystery is, now obviously the mystery's over and we know who the dragon is. And the hopium kind of came back because I think everyone's agreeing that a lot of the problems in the show and the show's writing can be traced back to trying to make it a mystery. I mean, that was man carrying things
Yeah,
one of his central arguments.
that's true,
And
mate.
the hopium and the copium for season 2 is saying, well, now that the mystery's out of the way, it'll by nature improve. If they aren't trying to misdirect us this way and that, they're not going to underdevelop characters. It's going to stick closer to the books. Don't worry,
Yeah.
season 2 is going to be good. So
Except
that's
Yeah.
the mystery isn't the mystery isn't the disease. The mystery
Is a
is
symptom.
of the disease.
Yes.
exactly.
The mystery is there because they didn't want to have the Edmondsfield 3 and specifically Rand be the main character. Political ideology said that the women had to be at the forefront. So to justify pulling Rand back, they came up with mystery. The mystery may be gone. The ideology leading to the mystery is still there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is the other thing to note. Like it is in the tweets from the showrunner that Moraine, who doesn't feature nearly at all in The Great Hunt, they had to come up with a storyline for her to do because they aren't going to sideline Rosamund Pike for a whole season of TV.
Hey,
it's gonna be
based on what we saw in season 1, every time they decided to invent something that never happened in the books, how do you guys think season 2 Moraine plot is going to go?
Oh, fuck! It's gonna be worse. Like it was bad enough as it was.
It's going to be awful. Like, these people can't write.
She was in the first book, and it was still fucking ridiculously. I said, I fucking waited.
They can't
She's not even
write.
she's not even in the next one, and it's gonna be ridiculous.
They can't write when they're taking a script that's already written and just condensing it, and they
That's right.
definitely can't write when they have no when they have no guideposts, when they're out on their own. These people are truly incompetent.
Yeah, man,
Well,
this is gonna be Game of Thrones season 8 on crack. That's what it's gonna be.
we got Lord Barthan as Damodred cast, so they're definitely going to do something in that vein. So if you loved
definitely
Moraine doing Aes Sedai politics, just wait till you see her do Deus de Mar and Kyrian. Oh, it's going to be good.
No one
right?
no. That's not the story.
She is
It's going to be the story we're
100%.
getting.
She is
Yeah, I know.
100%
You're
going
right. I know.
to.
It is.
She's 100% going to take over Rand's sort of Kyrian storyline. My suspicion
Yeah.
my suspicion is we either have literally Rand is just not a part of that story and like it just doesn't happen. But I think more
That looks
likely I think
Yeah.
more likely is that Baron in Kyrian is replaced by Moraine. And then in order to make enough time in that sort of storyline to have Moraine featured sufficiently for Rosamund Pike, the whole Rand and Loial going through to the alternate dimension through the portal stones, and then meeting Selene in the other world, and the Grom, and then the recovery of the horn, and the Shadow Slayer, right? Shadow Slayer, not going to happen. Shadow Killer, thank you. Not going to happen. Which is,
I do wish they would do that. I really do. I wish they would do the Selene stuff, but I doubt they will. I really do, man.
No,
I would doubt.
because remember, because Egwene got hoof banged by Rand in like the first episode, and they do it again in like the seventh episode, post Net Clarity. When Lanfear finally meets Rand, she's gonna go kind of Fires of Heaven ending on him right away because he let another woman touch him.
Oh, I'm not sure that
They
they're
don't care about
they're
that.
not going to be able to resist having Selene and Egwene kiss.
Oh.
I can put it away,
okay.
mate.
Bringing it back.
Lanfear is going to be more interested in Egwene, not Rand.
There's not a chance in hell that Lanfear is not buying this show.
All right, trying to bring it back to what we just watched. So you said that your daughter had some show notes, and obviously you're only here for the first 1/3 of this show. Could you, as a teaser for us and for anybody watching this, getting ready for our next two weeks by the time this drops, finish going more deeper into episode 5? What were the rest of the show notes? I want to hear. Where is a 13-year-old looking and saying this is shit?
Yeah. That's a great question. Let's have a look. Hang on, I'll go through it. We got fuck stepping. No, that was me.
That was you both. You both contributed that one.
No, that was all me, mate. That was everything. That was all me. Rand talking about the general trivia complaint. What's that mean? Oh, there must be some kind of. Is there some kind of special features off the side of the show?
Oh, the X-ray content.
Yeah, the X-ray content. She says here, she's a very smart 13-year-old. So let's give it her due. She says they broke their own dragon cannon. All right. Plus, the rest of it is complete bullshit. Well, that's probably true. Where's this? This is. She's not a stupid girl, so she's probably right. She goes, this must be after the feign from 2 angles.
I just love that while you're going through this, I'm just thinking that one of the arguments for this show is that this has been that like the target audience is clearly like the YA sort of audience, even though they keep on saying that that's not what they want to do. But the target audience must be the YA audience. It can't be book readers. It can't be, mature adults who look at this and say it's shit. And here we have a 13-year-old girl who's still saying it's shit.
Yeah, she's literally she's pointing out stuff that I didn't even notice, mate. She's all right. She's a good egg.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, if you check the X-ray stuff, if you check the extended TV stuff.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do something on the X-ray content.
It says they broke their own dragon cannon. Oh, I know what she means. All right, she means the loose sound stuff because I hate that shit.
Yes.
So I hate that. That is my number one pet hate. So somewhere there must be some kind of a talk about the
I know the one you're talking about. When the Carathian cycle book is open.
Yeah.
That's where the X-ray content is.
Yeah, that's what she's talking about. She goes and she says, they broke their own cannon. Dragon cannon.
Fantastic.
So I think she's probably we all know that she's correct about that because they did break that.
Yeah.
Yeah. and the rest of it is apparently complete bullshit. So I'll leave that to you.
You know, it's unfair to try and make you read something at 3 a.m. your time after you've had so much to drink. So
Oh, that's true, man. I am pretty drunk.
No,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I think that is
Oh.
fantastic. That even a young girl can look at this and just be like, "What's wrong with you, fucking idiots?"
Yeah, exactly.
And
She
Pips,
says
I
it to me
think
all
you're,
the time.
I think you're absolutely right that maybe the young adult kind of early teens, especially the female audience, is kind of the target audience for this show.
That's
Because
what they reckon.
that's the other mind-boggling thing. I think someone did analysis on the IMDb ratings by gender, and the women
Mm,
tend to rate this Wheel of Prime show like a full 2 points higher out of 10 than the male audience does.
really?
And you have to get down to like Sex in the City and One Tree Hill to get that kind of gender differential in the ratings.
Yeah.
You saw it in the Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who season.
That too?
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I don't think it's as rare as you think it is. I think this is gonna sound whatever, but I think there's far more women who are casuals when it comes to sci-fi and fantasy stuff. So I think they're just more likely to hit, yep, it was fine. It was replacement level content. As a sort of as a whole, as a the hardcore book fans that are women hate it just as much as the hardcore book fans. It's a I might say more based on Trip and Press B for Balefire's commentary. Yeah,
Shit,
it's not a
Ah,
matter
that's
that
true.
women like it better. It's that there's more women sort of in the casual market.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, I think that's changing a little bit. I think the percentages of people reading fantasy and sci-fi, fantasy more than sci-fi, has changed where it's about 50-50 now. I think a few decades ago it was definitely much more men read fantasy and science fiction, but I think it's changing a little bit. But I think you're probably still right that, I mean, this is a slightly older series, right? It's been done for almost a decade now, and it started back in the 90s. So in terms of true fans, I think that you're definitely going to see more men who like have been true fans of this series for a long time. Um, and I can say within the demographics of our YouTube channel viewers, it's definitely more men. Uh, and then I think your point is potentially more broadly, men might just be more critical generally. Like the temperament of men might just be more that like they're more likely to come and express negative opinions of things. Whereas I think Jordan Peterson would call it agreeableness. Women tend to be more agreeable as a like a population. Obviously, it doesn't go to the individual level, and that might lead to men just having more negatively expressed opinion when they dislike something versus maybe moderating that opinion before expressing it. But that's just a
There is
theory.
a flip side to certain examples, like of shows that lean kind of heavily more towards male approval and female disapproval. But that's when you're getting into like the hardcore action
Yeah.
genres and gore and whatnot. So it's more of a genre issue, and
Yeah.
I think the show is targeting more of a female audience definitely than a male audience. But neither here nor there. Guys, I do think we should probably wrap up here.
Yeah, for sure.
We've been taking a lot of Aldan's time. I know it's super late where he's at, and he sounds super smashed. But I mean, this was a blast. Dan, thanks so much for coming out.
Yeah.
Hope you actually had a little bit of fun suffering through this with us. But I for one can't wait to get to the next part that we'll do next week, and hopefully at an hour where we can be drinking too, because this was painful.
Man, it was hard to watch. Yeah. Alex, I gotta collect my thoughts. Alex, what do you got?
Punched was fucking great though. I was happy about that one.
I guess the thing that struck me about this one is this is almost more boring than the boring parts of 4. I think we're just numb to it at this point. Like, other than the Whitecloaks not hitting the Tinkers, like, what actually happened in this episode? Rand and Matt walked 20 feet and got a hotel room. Like that's all that happened in that arc.
Yep.
Moraine and Lan and Nynaeve walked across a bridge and went to their apartment.
Yep.
And then
Stepan and company waited outside the tower and then came in half a day later because they had to wait for a cage.
They also walked across the same bridge twice.
Oh,
yeah, and then Perrin and Egwene got picked up by the Whitecloaks.
Aldan just left. I think he passed out.
Like,
What a champ!
right? Like,
All right.
shit. Talk about a nothing burger segment of an episode.
Oh man.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I think that's our cue. Would have been nice to I think that's him just say he's had it. He's had it up to here with this episode. It's like, hey, I said my piece. I'm fucking out. This is.
Oh, but he had some great moments of rage.
Oh, he
Dan,
did.
we miss you, buddy. We miss you already.
We're gonna have some good clips from this. I guess all I'll say is I think we're up to almost 250 subs. Thank you guys so much for the support. It's been awesome, guys. People coming out for both the live streams and the views, the videos as we drop them. Active on the Discord. Other creators who are helping us out and doing collaboration and giving us pointers on stuff is all amazing. And compared to that, this is shit. This is real shit. So
like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys all. And we'll see you on the next one.
Walk in the light.